Всем привет! Откроем и делаем все.
Сегодня мы открываем чупа-чупсы Юху, Лига Справедливости и Пчелка Майя. Кого открываем первым? Юху.
Шоколад. Похоже, как мячик.
Как мячик.
О.
Вот сейчас умер, вот сейчас умер. Да-да, вот сейчас умер, жара, но сейчас будет меня.
Todo mundo precisa de um site. Que tal criar um você mesmo? Com o Wix, você pode criar sozinho um site profissional. Escolha entre centenas de templates. Seja você um pequeno empresário ou um artista, nós temos tudo o que você precisa. Com o nosso editor Arrasta e Solta, você cria um site exatamente como quiser. É fácil. Mude o texto, escolha o background e adicione lindas galerias de imagens. Você pode até adicionar uma loja virtual em segundos. Em alguns cliques,
Машинка у нас Матис. Снимаем все это в городе Шарья, Костромская область. Сейчас, значит, в баке находится где-то около 17 литров топлива и еще заливаем 10 литров. То есть дозировочку нужно выбрать 2,7. 2,7, то есть не полная 3 миллилитра. 2,7, вот отсчитайте, смотрите.
Ну, лишнего.
Лишнего, да, чуть-чуть вниз. Еще. Вот так оставляйте. Ага. Так, давайте бутылочку подержу. Иголочку вытаскивайте. Иголку.
Самые плохие матчапы. При том, что рука хорошая, я ему могу проиграть, это даже...
California officials there set to give the latest update on that horrific warehouse fire. The death toll now stands at 36 people, and as memorials build outside of the gutted ruins, a criminal investigation is moving forward. Meantime, the man who held the lease on that property is lashing out at claims that he allowed the residence or the warehouse to become an illegal residence and a
portfolio. Why understanding risk is important when building your portfolio. When you look to invest in a company, no matter how good it may look, the stock price can still fall, resulting in a loss. If, however, you own shares in different companies and sectors, you are spreading your risk. This is known as investing in a stock portfolio, a method of trying to profit from increases in share prices of different companies, rather than relying on only one company. Building a stock portfolio is a personal endeavor, as how you choose your portfolio will depend on things like your income, your risk tolerance, your age, and what and when you want the money for. It is important to develop a strategy that is based on who you are and why you are investing. Having financial goals and knowing how much risk you will take to achieve those goals will vastly improve your chances of success. Before investing, you need to look at a few important elements. The first element you need to look at is what your risk-reward profile is, as this is the most important principle when planning. It is one thing to be attracted to outstanding performance, but how much risk do you need to take to reach these returns? The next element to look at is how much money you want and what you want it for. Are you looking to save for retirement or perhaps a deposit for a house? Work out how much money you need by breaking down your goals into short 1 to 3 years, medium 3 to 5 years, and long-term 5+ years timeframes. Not needing the money for another 10 years could allow you to be more aggressive in your investment strategy, taking on more risk than you would do if you needed the money in a year or two. The third element to address has to do with your financial circumstances. How much money can you comfortably put aside for investing, and how much money do you expect to earn in the future? It may be nice to earn $1 million a year, but is it realistic? Investing more money than
Всім
you can
доброго
afford
дня,
is not a
пані та
good
панове.
idea if you
Сьогодні
need
ми
to
з вами
pull money
зіграємо
out
в
of your
ігру під
stock
назвою
portfolio
Rise of the
prematurely.
Tomb Raider.
However,
Yes it is.
if you expect to inherit a fortune, you could look to factor that into your calculations when you decide on how big of an investment you aim to achieve. The fourth element to look at is how old you are. The life stage you are at will be a big factor when you decide how to invest. Generally, the younger you are, the more risk you can take when investing. It is important to note that markets move in cycles, often for years at a time. If you are young, you can afford to be more long-term, watching your investments ride out numerous market ups and downs. If, on the other hand, you're about to retire, you cannot afford your last economic cycle as an investor to be a downturn. The fifth element to consider are your personal plans. You need to be clear about how certain changes will change your ability to achieve your goals. If you plan on having children, you may want to consider investing in their education. However, you may find that you have less money to invest as the cost of a bigger home and childcare erodes your income. Let us now look at risk and how it can affect your portfolio. Understanding risk is crucial if you want to invest successfully. Risk refers to the possibility of losing some or even all of your original investment and varies depending upon the asset class, share sector, company size and market conditions. Shares that experience large volatile swings have a high risk of falling in value, but also have a high chance of rising in value. Shares that are very stable normally have a lower risk of falling in value. However, they also represent smaller opportunity in terms of probable growth. Share portfolios can be categorized in terms of how much risk they expose you to, as well as the nature of their potential rewards. A growth portfolio includes a greater proportion of high-risk shares, which gives you a greater chance of large increases in your portfolio. If you are looking for your investment to rise quickly, then you would look at a growth portfolio. However, you must be prepared to face the risk that the portfolio falls in value to achieve your goal. Small cap companies are an example of this. Conversely, an income portfolio is something you would look at if you were not happy with taking excessive risk. If you are more interested in taking a steady income via means of a dividend and are not prepared to see your investment lose any of its value, you could look at an income portfolio. It consists of very stable companies whose share price grow very slowly and are unlikely to fall in value. They also pay investors regular dividends. If you are looking for moderate growth and do not mind taking a small risk while protecting the value of your investment, then a conservative growth portfolio is something to consider. Each portfolio that we have reviewed looks to achieve its targeted risk-reward by tailoring a proportion of growth and value stocks, as well as a mix of cyclical, defensive, and speculative stocks. Growth stocks expose you to more risk over time, but normally provide greater yields at the end of the day. You will normally find these stocks rising faster than the rest of the stock market. Income or value stocks pay better dividends than other companies in the stock market. Defensive companies have products and services that remain in demand whether the economy is expanding or contracting. They are looked at as safe and stable investments. Examples of these would be pharmaceutical and utility companies. Cyclical companies perform well when the economy is expanding, but do poorly when the economy contracts. These are considered risky investments. However, they can offer excellent growth when market conditions are optimal. Examples of these would be banks and construction companies. Speculative stocks are considered to be very high risk, as they are shares of young companies whose future is unknown. If these companies do well, the price of their shares normally surge in value. An example would be an energy explorer hoping to strike oil. You should always look to diversify your portfolio by investing in a wide range of stocks that give you exposure to different kinds of industry sectors. This will let you spread your risk across the market and help your portfolio grow, regardless of what the economy and market conditions are doing. A good rule of thumb is to look at always having shares in a decent number of different companies. 15 or more is looked at as being preferable. So far, you have learned that investing in a stock portfolio is a way of trying to profit from increases in the share price of a range of...
Eu não dou conta, é muita conta, isso não é pra mim. Não sei se dá, não vou chegar, não sei seguir sozinho. Vai lá.
Milhões de pessoas constroem seus negócios com a Goldério. Nós temos as ferramentas, os serviços